Morning, we're hearing from one of those foreign nationals in Cape Town that 7 children are still missing. Have you got an update on that situation, and what's the latest? What's been happening there overnight?
Certainly, Braden, there are claims that 7 children have not yet been located at this moment, but I've been trying to get a hold of the police to find out if those claims are actually true or not, as well as some claims that were made by the people here that some members, or rather people, were killed during those clashes with the police. But I am yet to get a comment from the police to prove those allegations. But what I can tell you now is that this church behind me, the Methodist Church, will be a home for the people who were evicted from the St. George's Mall, who were rather staging a sit-in close to the United Nations High Commission for Refugees offices. They're saying that they are not leaving this church up until their demands are met. They want the United Nations to assist them to leave South Africa. They're claiming that South Africa is no longer safe for them, and anywhere but South Africa will be a safe home for them at this point.
Have we been able to establish, are these economic migrants or are they refugees? Because my understanding is they want to be taken elsewhere to a third country, but one wonders under what kind of status, as political refugees or as economic migrants?
Well, I spoke to a few yesterday, Braden, who were showing me their documents. Some were saying that they've been to South Africa for over 10 years, but still they're not citizens. And every time they go to Home Affairs, they're given more papers extending their stay in South Africa, but they are not allowed to apply for jobs. So at this point, they are not able to provide for their families. They were saying that they are asylum seekers, but the current state in South Africa is not conducive for them to actually get jobs to support their families. And hence they're saying now South Africa is no longer safe, and nothing has been done by the South African government to cater for their needs, as well as the United Nations that they are seeking assistance from.
Okay, yesterday in Nobisutu we saw the police evicting them from a local market, and businesses there had been complaining for some time, but now you are saying they are being accommodated at a Methodist church.
Certainly, Braden. According to the police, the owner of the building did file, or rather take up an interdict to evict the people, because businesses in that area were saying that they have not been opened for the past 3 to 4 weeks due to the people who were staging a sit-in there. And a local church, the Methodist Church that is behind me, will now be a home for these people for a month, but who knows when, because they're saying that this home will assist them, or rather the church will assist them up until resolution is made by the United Nations, assisting them to leave South Africa for a better place to raise their children, and also for them to possibly get jobs to support their families. They do not want to be taken to their home birth countries, but they want a better life for them, which is not South Africa at this point.
Well, the United Nations there has his hands full. Nobisutu in Cape Town.